Greetings YouTube, this is Dexter with Essential Pressure Washing. We have a 3-car or 2.5-car driveway here of Apopka, Florida. This is a large driveway sitting on a hill. Here's elevation, has an oak tree to the side of the property which has also discolorated, made tanning stains everywhere. So we're going to do the driveway, walkway, sidewalks, and a little bit of that street gutter there. It's a small one. Just showing you a little walk around of how the buildup and how it looks now with the algae on it. And then we're gonna get to pre-treating this driveway, let it soak for a little minute to penetrate it, soften it up. Then we're gonna do some surface cleaning, rinsing, and we will do a post-treatment most likely off camera. Like I said, this is a driveway that sits on elevation, which means everything goes down and kind of collects down there in the bottom to the bottom by the yard and that road right there, in which we had a lot of dirt to remove. Stay tuned. Okay, here we are putting down a 1.8% mix on this driveway since we have heavy stainings. It is on elevation, and we do have an oak tree that's shading us up pretty good. So we're gonna go a little warmer today with our mix on this driveway for the pre-treatment, in order to have to do less with the pump sprayer on the post-treatment. So here we are laying down our mix. We are using eliminator surfactant. Like I said, at a 1.8, the orange gun is a Water Boss gun. We are using a gas powered P40. And right here you can see we are on elevation, so it is rolling down, but with enough surfactant it's sticking, so we're in good shape with that. It will be able to dwell enough to penetrate off that top layer to soften it up so that the surface cleaner can work easily on it. So right here we're going to the front door. I had to pull a little more hose out, get up here to the front door, soak it up. And we're going to go down and get that sidewalk, get it pre-treated. And there's a lot of leaves here on this driveway. And yeah, I could have used the pressure washer to blow them off, but I'm going to have to, off camera, fight with a bunch of mud down there in that pit already, down there in the little curving of it. Anyway guys, stay tuned. Okay, here we are, off to the races with the Mini Mondu 31 inch. This right here is a beast for these big driveways. And I'm gonna do a strip of this driveway, and then I'm gonna show you the issue I had with it was a bunch of mud puddled up down here, and I didn't want to clog up the pressure washer, and this thing is not a 4-wheel drive. So anyway, I'm gonna put the pressure washer on it and blow the mud out. And that way it's gonna, because we got everything sliding down, which is gonna make more mud. I didn't want to just keep compacting it on top of it, because it's just gonna only make a bigger mess at the end. So I took a little time early, as I'm gonna show you shortly here, after I get some of this stuff cleaned up on the apron. This is the apron of the driveway, and we have a lot of mud collected down here. You can't really tell yet, but you will be able to see it once I get to working with it here. So we got the Mini Mondu, and she's doing a good job cleaning this stuff up. And I'm going all kind of crazy ways. So the hose, yes, in the way, because I had set it up to do the driveway and then changed my mind as I started to do the driveway and said, let me do something different. So I did have a little hose management issue going on. Anyway, I'm gonna get this sidewalk right here cleaned up. This is basically at the time of day I was there, and it was like a little around 1:30, 2 o'clock-ish. That's the only part of the walkway that was getting sunlight, well, the sidewalk. So I'm gonna get this right here cleaned up. This is the short side of the sidewalk, and the other side from this would be a longer side. Not too long, it's not really bad, but the driveway is just big. It's just a really big dirty driveway. So, and it has the oak tree, so it's lifted. That's why I'm having to lift the surface cleaner up to keep from hitting my bar, because the oak tree root is underneath the sidewalk, and it has lifted it up and cracked it, and it's just uneven like crazy. But you can see we're cutting right through that, no problem at all. This is where I'm gonna disconnect. Had to check my phone. Had a little Amazon package, guys, so I wanted to see it was delivered. So now back to work. So we are washing this stuff down. Want to get the sidewalk and get it rinsed off before it dries up and the dirt settle back off in it, because it cleaned up really nice. It does have tanning stains, so we are gonna treat that. I want to clean off this area that I've done already, and then you're gonna be able to see this mud that I'm gonna have to deal with. And I want to get it off before we keep sending more down there to it. So we're gonna clean it up a little bit. And also just to show you how thick the mud was, but with a 10 gallon a minute, 8 gallon a minute, you know, you can move a lot of different stuff for its debris and different things of that nature. So no problem at all. And this house here had very, very, very strong water pressure, so it was real good. See, this right here is the mud. I'm pushing it right now, but it was a lot of mud. That's been speeded up. I speeded up the video, of course, just for sake of time, but that was a lot of mud right there in that little corner, and it's gonna get muddy again, of course, because I'm sending more debris and stuff down there. Now I didn't want it to be a bigger mess, so I started to, you know, kind of spread it out, get it out of the way, spread it out. Not gonna leave it in the road, not gonna leave it on the street gutter. I'm gonna push it back to the grass, and that way, you know, because that would be ugly if I just leave it out there on the road. Anyway, we got that part done. Hang tight. So we are back now and surface cleaning the rest of this driveway, and with the Mini Mondo, and it's cleaning up good. It's cleaning up good as we're going down and jumping over these lift spots where it's lifted at. But you can see the driveway is cleaning up nicely. There are going to be some tanning stains that we are going to pump up spray to get rid of those. But for the most part, this right here is looking and coming out really, really nice. We almost halfway done, a little bit better than halfway, because we got apron, we got one sidewalk left, the longer side, and we got the other slab in the walkway. So yeah, we're doing good. We like to trim out right there. You can only get so close to the garage. You know, you don't want to be out there scratching it up with your equipment. So you have to walk that line once you're done with your gun to trim around that. But other than that, when you see it at that color right there from the chemical, you know that it had a good reaction. Your treatment was at the right strength, because that stuff is soft now. And we were at 1.8 for this driveway. We could have actually went 2 and been safe. Wouldn't have hurt anything. Probably would have helped just a tad bit more, but 1.8, it got the job done. We're not going to complain about that. We're able to make our passes and able to go. Now with these driveways, when you're coming back up, the reason I'm not doing a different mark coming up, because we still have water flow coming down from when we go down like this right here. So now if I come up right beside it, we might do a little tiger striping. So I don't mind by double passing it. Some people, you know, they don't double pass. They don't want to. Is your preference when you're out here and you're doing these driveways on your techniques and how you use them. As long as your results are good, they're high quality, keep you in business, do it how you do it. That's what I do. Okay, so we're going up, making that. You can see some little dots, brown circle dots. Those were from a drip from a car that's leaking oil. The customer came out and was had the garage up once I was finished and I was doing my video walkthrough, and I noticed that the car that they had in the garage must leak a little oil. It was leaking something, because he was out there and cleaning it with a rag and then putting some cardboard down inside of the garage floor. So maybe that car is the car that left a little drip marks. I don't know, but anyway, we're just doing our thing here. We're already right there on that curb. We're gonna go up here and get the walkway to this here property, and it's thick right up in here. It's really thick, so you'll be able to see there's going to be some dots down there, which we call those tanning stains. And so we're going to put down a pump up spray mix around about 6% to let it sit on that and work with it, especially right here. Right there, up here by this door, there were some tanning stains in a couple of areas that I'm going to pump up. And I believe I'm going to use the pump up on camera just to, show you what I'm saying about the pump up stuff and this and that. I'm going to sit this to the side, and then we're going to rinse off this area to get it down, and then I'll get that last piece of got the pump sprayer. I'm going to treat up this right here with the side. This is the first sidewalk right here, the short side, and it was starting to dry, so it's a good time to put down your post treatment on it. Give it a little dwell time, and then I can get back to what I was doing with the rinse. That'll be dwelling, so we'll get to see what type of results she get, and I might touch her again. I decided to, because there was some green up here on this painted area. Of course, we can't use high pressure on that, so we had to use low pressure, and it had some green. So I said, well, when I come up with the doing the treatment, post treatment, I'm gonna clean that up, just complimentary, because it doesn't flow with the rest of the driveway. If I leave it like that, to me it just wouldn't look right. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna clean that. Right now we're just rinsing off. We're rinsing off up here by the garage entrance ways, by the garage opening, the doors, the garage doors. We're rinsing, and you can see the concrete, man, 100% better already. Look at that. It's saying clean it up. Now that oak tree, that oak tree is gonna do what it do. It's gonna put more stuff down and drop leaves the whole while you're here, and once you're gone. But we do have this thing looking a lot better. Look at here. And when I get down there to the bottom where everything collects at, now it's not gonna be as bad. It's still gonna build up, but it's not gonna be all that mud like it was before. There's gonna be some mud, but if I hadn't hit it earlier, then we would have a whole big mountain of mud trying to push and move and send it somewhere. So that's why I did that step earlier, because remember, we're on elevation, so everything is gonna slide down, and that's where it collects and sit right there. So now let's get this last piece of sidewalk done, and then we'll be back with you. Stay tuned. So we're on the sidewalk, the last one, and we're cleaning, and you can see how this is made with the grass and how it's edged up. That we got some puddling issues going on here, and it's going to be a different procedure we're going to have to use to get this water off of there. And we're going to try to fight it first with the ball valve. We're going to see that that's not going to work, so we're going to get the gun and put in the shooter tip from on the J-rod, and we're going to send that water onto the grass, and we'll rinse off that green box and that stuff. We'll rinse that off once we're all done, but we're gonna have to get that dirtied up in order to get this water off this sidewalk, because of the way the edges are. Their elevation of the edges is way higher than the concrete, which means if I got a little elevation, I can't send it all the way down the end. I'm gonna have to send it over across. And that's what you learn while you're out in the field. You learn different tricks and techniques to get this stuff done. Okay, so now we're ball valving, and we're gonna see right up in here, okay, this water is pushing back faster than I can push it forward right there. That's a little slope that we didn't know about, but we'll come back with the gun and take care of that. All right, guys, stay tuned. Okay, we're back with a completed project, and as you can see, this is a wonderful outcome or outlook for what this driveway was when we got here. The concrete is wet right now, a little post treatment going on, so most of the stains are gone, and the ones that are not will evaporate. This is the long driveway, Has oil stains from years of different cars that was leaking oil. And that's why all the dots are going on right there. Got tanning stains right there. That's been just freshly post treated. It is going to clear all the way up. Got this walkway, and I did do that little pad in front of the door because I want everything to be unified. I want them to come out a dirty door to a clean walkway. So anyway, we got all this stuff treated up. The big driveway is looking good. The oak tree is dropping leaves right now as we speak. Sidewalk, we did get that water across there, and we did put a little post down. That's the muddy side. We'll collect everything. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.